When it comes to making videos, having a process is priceless. When I make videos, I want to make things as simple as possible for me. That way, I don't have to sweat the details, it doesn't take as long, and my performance energy can be very good. How do you do this? Well, for me, it's all about the process. So I'm going to share with you my process. First, the ideas. As I'm going along throughout a week, an idea may pop in my mind. I immediately write it down. I want to capture that information. I don't want to rely on memorizing it because it might not stay in my head. So that way I have a few ideas to choose from. I make sure before I record that I always have the main point and then I have a few support points. So in other words, the idea is fleshed out. I also make sure before I start, I do my little drawing. Now, obviously, these are kind of crude, but it's another chance for me to make sure I know, okay, this is what the clip is about. It kind of further locks the idea in my brain. Something else I do. My equipment is not in a permanent setup, so I have to pull it out, set it up. I pretty much do things the same way every time, so I know where the lights go, where the tripod goes, how high it all needs to be. It doesn't take me too long to set things up, but once I've got everything set up, I don't just want to do one video. Now, I could do one, but usually by the time I finished one, I'm still warmed up, my energy level is good, so why not keep talking? So I usually do at least 2 clips. That way, I don't have to set up twice to record 2 videos separately. I get it done all at once. So I make sure I have at least 2 or 3 ideas. Having everything set up, some ways you can do that. If you can't memorize exactly where to do it, make a little map, take a picture of everything as well to give you an idea of how did I set things up last time? Another thing I do, as I'm talking to the camera, usually I'm going to be able to talk pretty well, but there might be some sections that I might want to do again. Often the little parts you see at the beginning, I do 2 or 3 takes back to back where I kind of say things differently. I'm not sure exactly which one will be the winning entry. I can figure that out in the editing process. Now, once I'm done with the clip, I am going to be going to editing. So what happens there? Well, I'm not going to take you exactly into that world, but let me explain it like this. I want you to think of a sandwich. So you've got your bread, you got a little condiments, you got some meat, let's say, and then a little bit more bread on the bottom, okay? I follow a similar template when it comes to video. As you've watched this series, you may see they follow the same steps every time. The only thing that changes is the individual content for that week. So I'm able to have the basic template there, then I kind of switch things out, put the new stuff in, replacing the old stuff. So again, I'm not having to recreate everything. Then when it comes time to upload it to YouTube, I want to think about beforehand what I'm going to title the video, the description that I'm going to have, as well as the keywords I'm going to use. So that way, when I'm ready to upload it to YouTube, I can just plop in all that information. Google, through YouTube, will be able to immediately index the video. Again, it's a process. It keeps it a little more simple. Otherwise, I might upload the video but not publish it right away. Meanwhile, Google's kind of going, what are you doing, dude? Come on, publish this thing. I like to keep things as simple as possible. So try to have as much of a routine or process as you can because life gets so much easier. If every time I did a video, I did it in a different place in my home or my office, that would be taking forever to make sure the lighting was good, the sound was good. If I didn't have ideas thought out ahead of time, I'd be scrambling, I'd be panicked. Make it simple and make it easy. For more tips like these, go to the website helpwithvideo.com. While there, you can look at more than 50 different tips. If you're thinking about getting started with equipment, go to the equipment tips. All sorts of recommendations that I have from things that I have used or seen in action that I think you might want to check out. Also, I want to remind you, if you like these kind of little clips, these bite-sized pieces of information, you should check out my podcast. It's the 2-minute takeaway. You can find it on iTunes. I want to give you a quick preview. Next time, we're going to talk about another problem. This one is all about overcoming an echo. If you're in a space that has a little bit of an echo, what can you do to prevent it? We're going to talk about it some. So stay tuned for that clip. I am Ken Okel. Take care.